Good morning, Sawadee from Paradise in Thailand. How are you this morning? I hope everybody's doing well. I hope everybody's having a great day. I hope everybody's part of the 2%. Be all you can be. Don't be a sheep. Be an eagle. Be great. Don't complain. Keep moving. People try to pull you down. Stand up. Smile. Move on. Good morning, Mitch. Andy, good morning. What's happening out there today? Anything good? The birds are a little bit noisy. I fed them, watered them, give them some grass, and they're very happy. Good morning, Steve. Oh, who's that? What's wrong with my glasses? I can't see the screen very well. The color. Rita? Do I need more better glasses? Oh, that's better. Who's Rita, Kia, or Kevin? Okay, thank you. Good morning. Steve, hello. Foreigner Joe, hey, Joe, how you doing? Just back from my friendship group meetup. Very cool, Andy. Love it. Good morning, Jangle. The Rams here. India. That melon patch was awesome. Thanks, Mitch. It was funny, yesterday how, how things go. You have a plan for life, and you think, I'm going to do this, 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 and this. And you try the first one, and it goes wrong. Goes the second one, it goes wrong. Goes the third one, goes wrong. And you're standing there, and you're going, what should I do? And then the melon guy come by. And I said, hey, I haven't seen you for a long time. Where are you? And he goes, and down the road there. He says, come down. So I showed you yesterday in the live stream that he came by. And then I went down to where he was staying, and he showed me his melons. He used to live down here, about 2 kilometers that way. And about 2 kilometers this way, he had a on the left and the right of the road, he had some land that he rented to grow melons. So I used to stop there, remember, a year ago, stop there and show you what he was doing. And I'm like, where is he? I haven't seen him here. I haven't seen him anywhere. And then just by accident, by things going wrong, I got to meet him yesterday. Very cool, huh? Good morning, everybody. Colleen, good morning. Badger's here, good morning. Everybody's here. Wild Elephant. Hi, Kevin. Good afternoon from Melbourne. I just finished work at 1:50 p.m., 21 degrees. Cool. The wind's kicked up since I've been here. I was like, I was going to sit here with no shirt on because it's a little bit warm. But the wind just kicked up while you're talking to you. If it's noisy, tell me and I'll turn my phone around. Rain in Penang this morning, but the garden looked good. Great. I got rain here last night. There's no wind, it just started coming down. It wasn't hard. It was at dusk, there was a lot of thunder all around, but then it went away and then the rain come in the night. I love it that. Didn't break anything. Good morning, Andy. Hope Andy's doing well. Jan's here. Good morning, Jan. Penang. I'll probably not pronounce that right. Good morning, Barry, all the way from New Zealand. Ashley's here from Bangkok. Everybody's here this morning. Oh, okay, sorry about the wind noise. I'll turn it around this way a bit more, should I? Is that better? Sorry. Bob, I'm not here. Bob's not here. Good morning, for when you do come, Bob. Wind noise, okay. I'm just going to show you something. Uh, sunny in Washington State, cool. It wasn't a visa run, it was just 90 days. You just have to go there and say hello and fill out, well, you don't even fill out a form, they give you 4 photocopies, you sign that, and then you go inside and you sign another piece of paper, and then they print a piece of paper and they stick it in your passport, done. Usually takes the whole of 10 minutes. This is, so you can say, this time of year, this flower comes out, magnolia, look. Yep. Is the most pungent flower that I've ever smelled. It's like, imagine the most beautiful perfume you've ever smelled. And in the evening, when there's one there, and it's just getting some flowers on. I think I seen one yesterday, or there's a buds on it. I think there's buds on it. I thought I'd seen one. One over there, it doesn't get so much sun. But this one went wild, but the bugs got in the top of it, which is okay. When you walk in between the 3 of them, the smell is incredible. It's just like a beautiful, beautiful smell. So in the evening, when you're around watering, you're like, what's up, guys? What's happening in here today? Any news? Any gossip? Any gossip in here today? Are you happy? You got your food and water? They're always noisy nowadays, so I guess they're happy, huh? Once you give them the water in the morning, they can get real noisy. And on a cool day, whew, even more noisy. But it's nice that they're happy, so I think the wind cooled down a little bit. Growing melon, is it common to tie them up? I've never seen that until your videos. Yeah, the reason they tie the melons up is because otherwise they would sit on the floor. And I mean, you can put straw all along the floor, but it's much cheaper to, what they do is they put stakes in between, and then they put the plant in, and then they run string between the stakes like a fence with 2 wires. And then the vine starts to grow, and they lap it over top of the string. It's like a nylon string they use. And then as it grows up, when the melon starts to grow, they tie the melon to the string, so the melon's hanging in the air as opposed to sitting in the mud or sitting in straw. So that way the whole around the melon gets air, and you don't get any wet or potentially rotten spots. Okay, Joe, thanks for that. Sun very hot. The hottest is vote counting here today. Oh, in India. Cool. Stay cool, Dharam. Put the camera around this way so the wind don't get it. Cross between me staying cool and the wind getting on the phone. Yeah, passport pages are pretty full. Actually the 90 days you don't actually put anything in it. They give you a piece of paper and they staple it in the passport. So it's not actually written. It's only your yearly visa gets written in the passport. If anyone would like to live in Thailand, I can get them a job teaching English. salary is £1,000 per month plus benefits, including free accommodation and private health care. Wow, and Ashley. Ashley used to teach in Thailand a while back, right? And now is back in London. Can't do like that to keep away from the wind because you can't see me because of the light. How's that? Is that better? I don't know what else to do, guys, unless I go sit in the house. Thought I would mention it. Good job, Ashley. Buffering a bit. Yeah, I walked away from the hotspot. I have news. Taking 2 of my grandchildren to Canada, side of Niagara Falls, for a couple of days. I'm leaving in a few hours. Cool. I hope you have a great day, or a couple of days, and be safe. Be nice. Yeah, the Canada side's but the nicest one, isn't it? It's big. There's a museum there that's really interesting. I went there a long time ago. Jan's having some wine. Good morning, Anthony. Just made my bulletproof coffee. Cool. Yeah, it's had a lot of rain. I had 2 heavy rains, and then it's been. Is it still windy? If it is, I'm going to move again. I'll move. Tell me if it's windy, I'll move. How many hours do you spend in the garden, Kevin? And I know you're always tinkering about in the garden. Yep, you're right. I don't really know how. Sometimes you look at it and say, oh, too much. You just think there's always something to do. But most of the time, it's kind of being like, monks hang out in the temple and meditate and get your mind right. I do the same thing in the garden. Don't think too much, just take care of everything. Sometimes you get a little bit peed off because the other day I was in the shade garden watering and I'm like, hey, how come my orchid's looking a bit bad? And these little tiny black bugs get all over it and eat everything, all the root systems, it hangs in the air. So all my orchids all but one look like they're about ready to pass away. So I had to spray them and hopefully they'll come back. So there's always something that's on the downside. But like I say about the 2%, you just have to smile, think, and keep going. When you feel your emotions go down, you go, and stand back up, say, come on, let's go, keep going. Badger says I'm buffering. It doesn't say I'm buffering here. Anybody else have a problem? I'm not sure. Anybody else having a problem with me buffering? 15 and my grandson's 13 soon. Pray, Mitch. I think you'll have a good time. Got to go. Oh, I'm back again. Okay, cool. Yes, I taught in Bangkok and have been in touch with my old boss who was looking for teachers. I'm just putting word out there for free. Thank you, Ashley. £1,000 a month, that's pretty good. Is that 40 hours a week or something? Gracie from California, good morning. Oh yeah, Ashley teaches online now. Okay, cool. I can still see you, Kevin. I'm here, but don't rule out going back to the classroom. Okay. I'm heading back to the UK in 3 weeks for the first time in 3 years. Looking forward to seeing my 6 grandchildren. See the grandchildren and eat a pasty. Eat some fish and chips. Thumbs up, everyone. Thank you, Joe. That's awesome. Buy some PG tips to bring back. Message for Ashley. Ashley's in Thailand visiting. Oh, let him tell you. He can tell you. 5x5 here. Thank you, Mitch. We have put some more plants in the garden. It's hard finding out which light direct sun. And yeah, I agree. You know, there's all kinds of rules of thumbs, but for me, this is what I found. If this is any help, the only thing that really likes direct sun is like pineapple, Kem, and frangipani. Frangipani, the hotter, the more direct sun you can give it, the more it likes it. Kem generally is okay, but a couple weeks ago, when the sun was like really super fierce, the Kem leaves started burning, and I'd never seen that before. But you can tell the sun was fierce the other day. I don't know what happened, but generally speaking, frangipani and flimfla. Come on, gardeners, let's go for a little walk in the sun for a second. Oop. For Badger's sake, I'll get hot. So there you got the different color frangipanis. This is Kem. I think I disappeared there. I don't know what's happening with the internet these days. And this is frangipani, the different color. This guy, you don't even have to water and it will grow. This is probably the most hardy plant in Thailand. But the only problem is it's got some crazy thorns on it, bigger than a rose bush, see them? But if you water this and take care of it, as long as you don't mind getting eaten by the thorns, it'll grow really well. Basically, it went vine, grow up into the trees. And there's a white frangipani. They have a nice smell too. I think this pineapple needs to come off. What do you think? It's actually come apart, look. It's coming apart. I gotta cut it off today, I guess. That pineapple, I guess it's for a pineapple upside down cake, huh? Pineapple upside down cake. $35 hours a week. Okay, cool. Yes, heading for a month. I've got Yorkshire tea at home. Good one, Badger. I live in London, Anthony. Thanks for the tip, Kev. You're welcome. Yes, some of our leaves have scorched. That'll be a small video. Yep. Say normally Kem loved the sunlight, but that last week, I don't know what happened. The little frangipani and some of the Kem plants got scorched. Yeah, I walked away. I keep forgetting. I left my pocket Wi-Fi on the table and walked over there. My bad. Should have took it with me. Wednesday here, Marcia from California. I'm heading to the gym today. Yesterday smashed lats, back, shoulders, chest. Today arms and legs. Wow, going for it, eh? Good for you, Badger. Buffering crazy going on. That's me. Yeah, I just said I walked away. I walked. So now I know I can't. How far did I walk away? About 10 or 11 meters I walked over there, and I lost my pocket Wi-Fi. Sorry. We got 3 pineapples going, which we cut from the tops of the pineapple. Yep. I got there's one ready to cut today. I'll have to take it off today before it goes bad. And I got 1, 2, 3, 4 still coming on. some of them I've left in the little bit more in the shade. I think that's our Army helicopter going by. Yeah, Army. Kev, are you coming into Bangkok anytime before the 5th? I didn't plan to actually, but maybe I can. Maybe I can meet you at Future Park, because I can drive to Future Park if you know where that is. Frangipani plants, frangipani plants are so expensive to buy in Oz. You know something? Frangipani plants are expensive to buy, but let me just tell you this. If you know where some are growing, you can take a knife, right? Go to the branch. You want to have about maybe a foot to 18 inches, something like this, you know? Take the knife and just have the leaves at the top, cut a small branch off, you know, around the size of your thumb or finger, something like that, maybe the size of your thumb. You get some peat, squash it into the pot, dig a little hole, you know, put your finger in and wiggle it around. You cut the frangipani, stick it in the dirt, squeeze it into the dirt, give it some water, and it will take. It's like you actually put a stick in the ground and it will grow. I was told that, and I was like, no way. And I tried it, and most of these that I got here, the colored ones anyway, I bought a couple, but the colored ones, there was a place in Ayutthaya, a big house that had them all around the inside of their wall, and they were hanging over, like taking up a lot of the pathway, so you couldn't walk. So I just got I just got bags, right? I cut 2 or 3, put them in the bag, cut 2 or 3, put them in the bag. I'm just talking about the ends that were dangling way down. Got them home, put them in pots, and they all took. Actually got one too many. They all took. So they're so easy to grow. So if you can get the cutting, it's better to do it that way. Colleen, have you grown vegetables? It's very hard to grow vegetables here because it's you know, if you put salang up, you can grow vegetables. Salang is that material that lets the light in. You can buy it. It's between, I think, 50 and 80, or 50, 80, and 90%. It blocks the sun out. So if you make a big area with that, and then maybe have raised beds, you can do it. But generally speaking, it's just too hot. If you put anything in the, I've actually got oregano growing over there in the direct sun, and just literally stuck it in the ground next to a frangipani, and it's growing really well. But you know, oregano is a bit like a cactus leaf, so it's happy to be in the direct sun. But everything else is a bit too delicate. But people do grow it here because you can go to the market and buy it. But to be honest, I don't have the time to fuss with it all. I'm just happy to do the garden. Hello, got late notification. Hi Ben, good morning. Yeah, I can meet you in Future Park anytime. I will buy you a pizza. I'm on the way this afternoon. Okay, Ashley, message me on Facebook and we'll arrange the time. I can drive to Future Park and I can meet you there, no problem. Good tip for frangipani planting. Yeah, good one. It's free. You know, if you can find somebody who has one and they're happy to give you, I mean, you only need literally, you know, like inches, maybe 300 millimeters, you know, 30 centimeters, something like that, 30 or 40 centimeters, a foot, something like that. The size of your finger, you know, a little bit thicker than your finger, maybe, something like that, with some leaves on. And you literally just cut it with a knife, stick it in dirt. I didn't leave them in the direct sun. but somewhere they can get a little bit of sun, maybe bright, but on the edge of the shade. And they all took, and it didn't cost me a penny, free. The only thing it cost me is a pot of dirt. So it's easy. But you would never think that you could stick a branch like that in the ground. No rooty compound, nothing. And it just grows. Oh, good for you, Ben. I'm glad it went well. Frangipani, fancy pansy. Doctor's appointment today at 9. I hope it goes well, Joe. Leaping lizards laugh out loud. The first time I watched your channel, you showed some crested geckos. I believe I was looking for reptile vids and came across your in adversity. Thank you for being here, Fennery. Yeah, I tell you, working on the house when I first got it, there was no electricity and no AC. Was there? I think there was no electricity still at that stage, or there was, and I had a fan, I can't remember, but there was no AC at that point. And the doors were all open, and I think there was fans. Anyway, I was building my wardrobe in the bedroom. And some workers, they were out here building the carport and my workshop storage room. And I heard a scream in the living room. So I ran out the bedroom, looked, and they were laying in the middle of the living room floor was a 1 meter long monitor lizard, at least a meter, maybe a bit more. So there's screaming going on, and there's a monitor lizard in the living room floor. I said, oh. So I tried to get it out the house, and what does it do? It runs into the bedroom, goes right inside the wardrobe where I'm working. I'm like, okay, now how am I going to get you out of here? So I got him out, and he ran outside, and a couple of the workers wanted to smash him, but I said, leave him alone. And he ran all the way down the road in the garden, just over here. I was actually working on this table one day, doing a little woodworking project. And you can see on the grass here, I'm just standing here, well, just on this side, standing there. And it was just thinking about something. And a monitor lizard, big one, just walked right across the garden, right down the hill to the water. I'm like, don't mind me, help yourself. And then over here, behind this big old fern, you can see the big tree up here. That tree goes down to the edge of the river. And I think you might have, if you remember, you'll see a video about me standing over there whispering into the camera. The monitor lizard come up. His neck was like, I don't know, 1/2 meter long. His neck was. I swear he must have been close to 3 meters long. And I'm just standing there waiting because I could see him coming across through the weeds. He came out, and then by the tree, he poked his head out, and he's looking around, and he's like smelling. And I got him full frame, the head, everything. I was like, what? That would have been a great National Geographic video, but I think somebody got him. He got too big, and he was bothering everybody's chickens, and I think somebody got him. Apparently there's actually somebody you can call, and they'll come and get him if they're a nuisance. But believe it or not, those things start from an egg. An egg about maybe an inch around or something. Crazy. Good job, Joe. Just cough up tea. Where's Sugar? She was here. When I started, she was here. And then she went under the truck, but she's probably gone back to her bed around the back. I'm not sure where she is now. Come for a little fuss when I first started. Went under the truck and probably gone around the back to have a nap again. The life of a dog in the daytime. She's awake at night. You never thought that if dogs in the wild would be nocturnal until I went to Yellowstone and the wolves are out at night. Amazing. Lizards. Well, lizards and snakes, you could basically say they're the same. Anything's the same. None of the wildlife want anything to do with you. Insects, lizards, birds, everything, poisonous or not, do not want to be around you. So if you see something, just step back, clap your hands or something and they'll scoot off. No need to get excited, and I only learned that since I've been here. That big cobra that I seen around the back, big old black thing. It must have been a two meters something long. I mean, it was literally like 2 inches around. Big old thing. And it was just like, and as soon as it knew I was around it, I guess it could feel the vibration of me trying to get a picture of it. And it just went faster and faster the closer I got. And all I got was a picture of its back. I couldn't see the head. It just ran off down the hill. Nothing wants to be around people. So just give it its space and it will go away. I used to get a bit excited with snakes, but now I just let them go. Just let them go about their business. If it's poisonous, or like a cobra or something, I've not had any really, other than that one cobra, I've not really had any real big ones, mainly maybe 1/2 meter and smaller, a few times, but just make a noise, they'll go. Only one was that green, I think it was a green viper or something around the back on the lemon tree. I picked a lemon and it was curled up right next to my arm. I'm like, oh. And I had the similar, actually, I had a, what tree was it? Oh, it was a frangipani by the front door when I was trimming that. And right by my stomach was one. And I'm like, it just laid there, I didn't even move. I was like, oh, but I moved the bush. The largest lizard I've seen here is about 6 inches. I think the largest one I've seen has to be at least 3 meters. It has to be. One of the videos I didn't have was my normal vlogging camera. I didn't have the 200 lens then. I just had the little one. After that, I went and bought the 200. But I had a 400 zoom, but my camera broke, so I bought a new camera and I can use that now. So I can zoom right in, but the one across the river, you could smell it. It was smelly, and what he was eating was very smelly. But if I had the big lens on the camera on a tripod, that you would have thought that had to be National Geographic. It was amazing to watch. But I couldn't zoom in close enough. But it's on a video, one of my earlier videos. I'm letting that one pass, Mitch. Yeah, snakes, I've seen a few, and my second bedroom AC went wrong. Tried a gecko and a snake. Snake skin. Had ordering a new PC board. I had, which one went on mine? Oh, I forget, there's two, I have two, one for the living room, one for the bedroom. The one for the bedroom fried, and the reason was the little tiny geckos, the little tiny lizards got inside and walked across the board and fried it. So the guy actually made a cover for the electronics board so that they couldn't get back in it, but made some really small holes, but it's been fine since. Good morning, Lucas, from India or from China or Thailand. Where are you today? Wonderland Park Zoo. Just got back with helping a visiting professor from the USA. Cool. Good for you. Maybe when you're in Bangkok, you might like to check out the world's biggest restaurant. Awesome place. 3 acres of restaurant built over the water. They deliver the food on roller skates. Very cool. Couple of snakes to take away with the rescue unit I volunteer for. Cool. I take it you speak really good Thai, Badger. Yes, snakes don't have ears, but they can. Yeah, yeah. Agree, Badger. I've seen some huge monitor lizards in. Yep. Yeah, that's the first time I've seen them. I actually got a picture somewhere of the monitor lizard about 1 meter long was in the water and caught an eel. And he had the eel in his mouth. He walked out of the water and the eel was sort of wrapped around his body up to like underneath his armpit. And I managed to get a really cool picture of him trying to go into a bush to eat. Not video, just a picture. Royal Dragon Restaurant. Thank you, Barry. That sounds big. We have a monster black snake here in PA. Seen them as large as 11 feet. Wow. Most snakes are more afraid of humans. Yep, I agree, Ben. I totally agree. Just let them go. Make a noise. Let them go. Keep them away. But I have doubts if, yeah, it rains. I don't worry about them. I think, Sugar knows. I mean, she's been here since I've been here, more or less. So, no, I think I was here a year when she came, and she's so been here around 3 years now. So, I think the only time you're going to get bit by something dangerous if you put your hand to pick something up and you touch it and you don't, because you don't see it, or you step on it. But other than that, they don't. And this year, last year there was a lot. This year I haven't seen so much yet, but the rains have just started coming. So last year people were asking about the birds. Did the snakes come and get the birds? And I've seen one snake inside with the birds. So I went in. I was going to go in there to get him out, and the snake seen me coming, and he was smaller than 1/4 of an inch. So I think he was like 40 centimeters long, and he just pushed his head through, and choom, gone. But the birds are way too fast for him to get him. It might have got him in the night if they're being quiet or something, but he didn't get any. Who's that? Ben? Are you just being funny, or are you a troll? Being funny. Saw a few big monitor lizards in Krabi when I was there a few months ago. Yeah, they can get big. And the males stink. There's a smell. What does it smell like? It's hard to describe what it smells like, but it's like a real foul, something like, I guess you could say if you ever smell an animal that's died and it's got maggots in it, it kind of smells like that. So if you're standing around and you smell that, you can look for a monitor lizard, because that's what they actually have a really bad rank smell. So if you but again, no matter how big they are, they don't want to be near you. They're super, super afraid. Like the big ones that I've seen in the river, if they see you, gone. And you think it's a good job, because if they were angry, the speed that they can move at, they could take you out, or upset your day for sure. But they're super afraid of people. Cindy, good morning. Nice to see you too. Thanks for being here. Yes, Kevin, same thing happened to me. I found a video on YouTube of putting the fish tank of the board. Yeah. I didn't. The AC man did it all for me. It was really nice. A nice guy. He fixed it for me. Actually, I think at the time it was still under warranty, and they came and said, "Oh, we got to buy this board and that board and this board," because it kept going funny. So they got they ordered all the new boards, and they put all the new boards in. Plus, he fixed it so the little lizards couldn't get in there, and it's been fine since. Been totally fine since. They did a good job. Not, not, not very little Thai. I thought, I wouldn't mind doing that volunteering, Ben, Badger. I have a thing about first aid. I would actually like to go on a course. I've done first aid. I've done a lot of first aid. I've actually done a medics course, but it's one of those things that you need to keep practicing. Did battlefield simulation first aid, which was really good fun. You walk into a scenario where there's all these people, looks like they've been blown up, and you have to go in there and prioritize and take care and organize and all that sort of stuff. But a car accident on the highway can be much the same. So I was thinking I have a skill set I could help, and I'm not a million miles from the main highway. But I think I know some rescue people I could always ask. So I could build myself a first aid kit, leave it in my truck, and if something happened, they called me, I could run and help. I once asked a cashier in Target to call Pathology when we had an issue with a debit purchase. Man, was he confused. Trent, morning, Philip. Hope you're well, Philip. Good morning from Danik. Good morning, Kevin. Looks so nice there. It's still cold and snowy here. It's been such a long winter. Danik, are you in Scandinavia? You must be pretty well up there north, huh? Wish I could be camping in your backyard right now. It's a little bit warm for camping, especially if you come from where you are when it's cold. It's like last night it actually got cool. I think it went down to 26 last night, which is unusual, I guess because of the rain. But normally in the night it's around 28. The only snake I'm concerned with are the internet. Yeah, I like that, Mitch. Just not very talkative today. Bedtime at club last night. I'm listening though. Thank you, Trent. Thanks for coming on. Thanks for being here. With the rescue unit, I just ride along, and when we get a call, it's normally obvious what happens. Yep. I have actually, I'll tell you a little secret. Jangle, who's on here, she speaks very good English, and the rescue people know her, and they call her when a Falang's in an accident. They call her to come and talk, to explain everything, so they know about the insurance and rescue and police and everything like that. So Jangle's been over helping with rescues too, as an interpreter, translating Thai English. And she has a lot of friends. Actually, a lot of the guys who came here to work were rescue guys. And those rescue guys, all that equipment they buy themselves. People donate, but mostly they buy it themselves. Crazy, huh? Barry, Andy says to Barry, just looked at Rural Dragon Restaurant, looks cool, added to my list for Bangkok. Andy Stubbs, I think Andy, we'll have to vote Andy, the traveler of Kevin in Paradise. He's a traveling man. Scorpions are more aggressive than snakes because they hunt by heat. Viper snakes rattle, hit vipers, etc. Also avoid large animals if they can. Funny, I've seen, I mean, there's centipedes here. There was a centipede just behind me when we were working here a long time ago, about 6 inches long or so. Big old boy. I've seen them in the garden over here in the shade garden too. They say, but they're the same. They run off if they see you. They don't want to be now. But if you get bit by one of them, I'm told that's like the worst for pain is the long centipede and the scorpions. They like to live in pieces of wood. If you have many pieces of wood, they love to get in there and look for the bugs. But the scorpion got in the washing machine. I didn't see it in the washing machine when I put my clothes in. Washed my clothes. They spun and everything, and somehow the thing was still alive. I pulled out 3 shirts to walk to the clothesline, and he was on the palm of my hand here, and I put the clothes on top and squeezed him into the palm of my hand, and he stung me. Like, ow. So who would have thought you find a scorpion in wet clothes, huh? But he was in there, so if you live in the countryside, you have to be careful on everything. The nose knows. When hiking, hear and smell wet dog, look for a bear. Cool, I like that, Ben. Those AC guys are the best. They're very good. I'm one for complaining about repair guys because I like to do a lot myself. But the guy who comes and cleans my AC now is very, very good. £600. No outdoor cleanup today. Stay in the house, yeah. £600 bear wandering around. I think I'd stay in the house. I stay in the house too. Oh, good excuse to have a drink and a rest. Somebody saying hi. Who's that? Navid? Navid? Where are you from, Navid? Navid? Kang Zeb. Okay, I'm going to guess. Pakistan. Navid Kang. Navid Kang. I'm guessing. Pakistan. Prove me wrong, please. Yes, I'm the first person on scene. It's an ex-med qualification, challenging environment, emergency responder. Yep. I'd like to do that. Fraser, Colorado. Wow. I think I'm way behind on the comments here. Will do, Mitch. But the rescue unit has closed down at the moment. Been told it's going to open next month. Funny, how do you close a rescue unit down? They don't have any needs to rescue anybody? The rescue guys do everything, don't they? I watched a rescue guy delivering a casket to a temple the other day. Awesome, Jang. Great job. Yeah, I'm well behind. Yep. Sorry, guys. I'll try to catch up. I was reading the answers, Mitch, but probably better to do it your way. 10-day payday. Can't wait. Okay. Farmer up. Challenger. Chiang Mai. Farmer going by. Two farmers going by. Three farmers going by. Oh, with tac-tacs. 5 farmers going by. So 5 trucks and 6 tac-tacs. Whew. A lot of them. Good evening, Jay. I'm from Bradford. Okay. Bradford, England. What do you want? Come on in. Come on, come say hi. Everybody's been asking where you been. Where you been? Sleeping? Lazy girl. You been sleeping? You gonna say hi today? Good morning. Can you say good morning? Good morning. Lay down then. Chill out a little bit. I'm to say good morning. Okay, we're not gonna chill out a little bit. We're gonna sit up and irritate. Huh? People say, where's Sugar? I said, I thought you was under the truck, but you went to bed, huh? What do you think? Very rewarding. It's good to give back. I agree, Vadra. I don't think about giving. I just think about, if you're in need and you're bleeding or you can't breathe and you can help somebody. I played basketball before and I went up for the rebounds, come down and landed on somebody's foot and actually broke my ankle. You could hear it pop when I hit the floor. And I didn't want nobody to touch me. I literally crawled, just dragging my legs behind me. The pain was like crazy. And just dragged myself off to the change room and laid in the floor, trying to cope with the pain. The pain eased up and I managed to strap it up a little bit. And then I went and got it sorted, but I didn't want nobody to touch it for first aid. Just leave me alone. The pain was too much. Nice area, Trent. Expensive. I think I heard nice and cheap. I lived there for 40 years. We lived 40 years with snakes, scorpions, mongoose in my village. Wow. What happens now, Duram? Did you move or did they move them all out? Or are you still there? I was in Thailand lady year. Spent week lived traveling around. Cool. Sugar. Look at this. Your fan club saying good morning. Huh? What? Your fan club saying good morning. People saying hi. What? You nut. What? People are saying hi to you. You're not saying nothing. You just look at me. Are you being rude? Look at this. Smiling now. Look. See the smile? Teeth out. Are you smiling? People say dogs don't smile. Watch Sugar. She smiles. Sure. Okay, I have to look that up. Good. That's nice that we can help each other here. Read it, yeah. Thanks, Joe. Just Googled it. We all still miss Mr. G very much. Same here, Jay. I got that little statue of him over in the woods. That boy was a character. You know what I missed the most about him? Whenever I went out in the truck, I come back. Sometimes I come back like super quiet, trying to be still. But I guess he knew my engine. And I'm heading like past the house, and I come to where I park just behind you guys, and he come walking up there like, making a noise, singing the song, just singing the song. So excited to see you, but very, very vocal. You see the bird? I was telling you about those birds the other day. They're like super skits. When they first come, they would never come anywhere near you. Now they're like 4 meters, 5 meters from me. But they're just like, eat the food, don't ignore me. I guess they're used to me now. David, good morning or good afternoon. Mitch, okay. Since Ben brought up, I did my scope last week. All clear. Okay, Mitch, good job. See your hammock in the background, Kev. Looks like a nice place to take a nap. It does. I haven't been in it in a long time. When we were working, on the house when all the guys were here helping me. They worked outside, I worked inside, and they worked on the carport area. Sugar, how come you're always in the way? Just hit my bum here. Oh, this concrete thing is hard. Yeah, I used to. You can lay there and look at the river, but I haven't been in it in a long time. Django Ring says, Trent, I have friends in Chiang Mai. If you would like to find a cheaper apartment, I can ask him. Thank you, Django. That's nice of you. Hey, Andy, I've heard that there are some local men that have been feeding and baiting with the Dunkin' Donut from what I have seen today. I'll just leave you guys talking amongst yourself about health and donuts and whatever. Sugar and I'll just chill out here. Thanks, Sugar. What do you think, Sugar? You chilling out? You chilling out? "21 people, 19 thumbs up. Thank you, guys. That's nice. Volunteered for a VA study. Good for you, Mitch. Attract smokies. Nice today. Quiet out here. No noise. Only noise is the budgies. Budgie TV. Can sit here and watch the budgies. Trent, you are happy to stay near Maya Mill, I think. Trent, if you want to, you can email me at Kevin's Journey 56, and I can pass it on to Django if you want help to find a place in Chiang Mai. I know she has friends up there, so if you need help, you can email me at that email address if you would like. Look at that, 20 people here and 20 thumbs up. Cool. And we're coming up to the hour. What do you think, guys? Time to get on with the day and say good night. I don't know if you guys are lost. 21 thumbs up. Hey, everyone, 10-15 minutes around the area. Anything 10-15 minutes around area. I think you mean so you can have shops and everything, right, within 10 or 15 minutes. Oh. Okay, guys, I'm going to sign off and say good night. Look after yourselves. Buckets of blessings. Rivers of peace, joy, and kindness. Remember, be the part of that 2%. Calm your mind, focus on what you want, and go get it. Don't be a sheep. Don't follow everybody else. Look at this, the birds there, and the budgies are watching the bird. Look. 2 birds watching the big side. All the best, guys. See you later. Look after yourselves. I see 23 thumbs up. Okay, cool. I see 22 still. Maybe it's coming. Sometimes I think I'm later than everybody else. Blessings back to you. All the best, guys. See you later.